Yo, welcome to another episode of Superkick Podcast. I'm your host, Ringside P. I just finished watching Friday Night Smackdown, even though this Sunday, just dropping on Sunday, but I just finished Smackdown. I'm tired, so that's why I sound like I sound, but it is what it is. I got a pod for you guys. Got to deliver some new content, Before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, feedback, all the good stuff. Like I always say, check out the reels, check out the shorts, check out the Superkick store. I need to get to work on some designs, but I will get to that sooner or later, hopefully sooner. Check out the what ifs. Currently I got Rhea Ripley versus China, so that's pretty dope. Let me know what you guys think about that. Comment on that video there that's up right now for you guys to see. You can catch me also on Tables, Ladders, and Bumps with my guys, Thomas and Marlon, so I think we're doing that twice a week. I'm not sure. I gotta confirm. But I think at least doing once a week, so you can catch me over there. You can catch me on Spotify, all the stuff you see up here in the little, pictures that I put up there. So you guys can see that. What else, man? We just had another episode of Friday Night Smackdown. Pretty solid episode. We getting a little more stories in the different things, details in the upcoming storylines or whatnot, so we always gotta pay attention to what's happening. So on the QR code for some more Uncle Howie stuff. I didn't get a chance to scan it, so I'm gonna go on later on to see exactly what it was. Check it out, because I just be into watching the show, and I know, like I said before, man, someone's gonna solve the case. I just piggyback off that, yeah, but. Let's get into the show, man. We had Captain American Nightmare kick off the show, the one and only Cody Rhodes. And I didn't think initially they was going to have him defend at King and Queen of the Ring. And I'm like, wait, dude, you just defended that Backlash. I know that they're trying to do a whole completely 180, right? Complete opposite of what Roman was doing. So where Roman might have defended 4 times in a year, if that. Oh, Cody's gonna be defending that mug. It seems like every PLE, and I don't know if I want that. I know some people will say it should be defended more often. We should see it more often, and I'm cool with that. I feel like we should see him more often, but I don't want to see him if he's not into anything interesting. I felt like most of the storylines or opponents that Roman Reigns had was interesting, so we get into Cody's next opponent, which is Logan Paul. And I'm like, what? Like Cody versus Logan at King and Queen of the Ring, and I'm like, well, does it make sense? I guess it makes sense because it's in Saudi, right? And they want the biggest names there at the pay-per-view, and no lie, man, Logan Paul is one of the bigger names in the industry, especially just in social media and in wrestling. So I get why they would want to have him in the match against Cody Rhodes over there. And it's like it's possibly going to be title for title, but I don't see that happen. I don't see Logan Paul winning or losing his title, just because we got SummerSlam and he's originally from Cleveland. So I can't see him going to Cleveland not as the U.S. champion, or him not, even if he lost to Cody, I can't see him not winning at SummerSlam. That would be weird to me. But it's possible. And it's possible with WWE, right? So we got to speculate on different things. How do you guys feel about Cody versus Logan Paul? To me, I thought that I kind of wish they would have did a little bit more with AJ Styles. That was such a dope match at Backlash. I would have been real cool with them running that mug back again and help developing AJ Styles into a bigger heel. Because I feel like that's what the roster kind of lacks, or big heels that kind of go along with Cody Rhodes to be his opposite. Right now he doesn't have that. But Logan Paul, you love to hate him. He does a great job of making you hate him. He gets better, I feel like, every time he makes an appearance, whether it's in ring or he's cutting promos. He's understanding the timing. He's getting that down pack, And so I don't think it's going to be a bad match. Logan Paul is actually pretty good, good wrestler in the ring, So, and Cody Rhodes can make everyone look like a star. Right? He's a veteran. So I think it's going to be a solid match at King and Queen of the Ring for between the two of them. And like I said, I get it for now. But like I said, I think I might be like a lot of people, and maybe I'm just rushing it, and I need to just have some patience. But I wish Cody had a big time like storyline going on right now. But who knows? We just gotta wait and see. After that, we had some qualifying matches for the King and Queen of the Ring. We had Naomi versus Nia Jax, and I'm not a fan of Naomi's new entrance, man. Like the way she comes out. Before it had so much energy, and the music is still dope. I think I might even like this theme music better than the last because the music is still there. It's just when she comes out, it just I have the same vibe, man. So I don't know. Maybe I want her to change that up a little bit. But the match she had with Naomi was solid, pretty solid match. I kind of want to feel like the matches on SmackDown, at least most of the women matches were a lot better, but I won't say a lot better. Were better in totality in comparison to the women matches on Raw. So I mean, there's a solid match. I had picked Nia Jax to win, which she ended up doing. So I think it's time. If they're not gonna put a belt on Nia Jax, because maybe we should try to possibly get Tiffany Stratton versus Bayley at some point down the line. I think we need to make Nia Jax Queen of the Ring. I was surprised that not Piper Niven, but Chelsea Green wasn't in it. Just she would have been somebody that I would have loved to see as Queen of the Ring. Just the personality, like I said before. I think she can have her own like King Booker type of thing. I would have loved to kind of have seen that. But if Tiffany Stratton isn't going to win, which I think I want her to be Money in the Bank, I would like Nia Jax to win Queen of the Ring. I think Nia will also make a great character as Queen of the Ring. So we'll see. Do you guys got any picks for Queen of the Ring? Let me know. You know what to do. Comment below. Next match we got Baron Corbin versus Carmelo Hayes. And I don't know, man. When I looked at the lineup, I think I disrespected their match. I kind of thought this was like a whatever, like throwaway. But man, these dudes went out there and they had a really, really good wrestling match between the two of them. Their styles matched up well. I'm not too sure how I'm really feeling it with Baron Corbin being a face, but I am liking this the swagger, of Carmelo Hayes, like just the way he comes out, like the energy he gives off. I think he needs another piece of like maybe like a jacket or something like that. I know I've seen him with a jacket on before, but something else, maybe tweak the entrance a little bit. But I like the vibe that he gives off as a heel. So I hope they keep it that. And I say he's a dude that I've seen him a couple of times on the main roster. Excuse me, and he can go. Like I said, that was a really, really good wrestling match in my opinion between the two of them. Surprisingly, really good, But surprisingly, Hayes wins clean, with a roll up pin. So that's cool. I thought he would have did some heel tactics, but there's not. I guess it's too early for that. But he came out there, got the victory, moving on to the next round. Then we had Jay versus Piper Niven. And I think for me, this might be the first singles match I've seen with Jay where it wasn't a squash match. And I wanted to see Jay in a variety of different type of opponents, right? Like, it's one thing to see her against like Damage Control, who are smaller opponents, versus her going against a Nia Jax or like I say a Piper Niven. It was a slower paced match, and I feel like I can still kind of see her like learning the style a little bit more, but she's getting better, and it's great to see. You know, I want to see how far she can go in WWE, and I think like right now she's okay as a heel. I guess she has to come in as a heel. I mean, sorry, as a face, but I'm waiting to see that heel turn, and I think that they're slowly trying to plant the seeds between her and Bianca Belair. And I'm thinking possibly SummerSlam for that match. Even though I would have hoped that could have been like a WrestleMania type of match. But so I wanted to slow burn this, so roll this mug out a little bit and build it up, because I don't want them to cash in on it in SummerSlam. Like, I think it's a WrestleMania caliber type of match. But we'll see. You know, Jay won, and she still showed it was a good balance in the match. So she wasn't completely dominant. She took some bumps and stuff like that, which was cool to see. But you can still see her strength on display, and she is a force to be reckoned with. So that's why I'm really ready, and I'm waiting for Bianca versus Jade whenever that's happening. Like I said, I hope it don't come at SummerSlam. Draw it out to WrestleMania. It's possible, but we'll see. I say it was a solid match. Jade advances to the next round. Then we had Bianca versus Candice LeRae. It's another like good match, you know, decent match, and kind of just breezing through things. But I liked the torture rack aspect to adding that to the KOD, the kiss of death. You know, like Bianca goes. You know, she's the roughest, toughest, strongest. You know, fastest. All the EST, and I like her adding that. You know, man, breaking these opponents down, man. They end up with the KOD. Like, that's a good addition to me, to the KOD. You know, and I think in the bracket that she's in, her possible next opponent is either Michin or Tiffany Stratton, which is another match. Like, I didn't want them to do too soon. I thought they would have did at WrestleMania, but for whatever reason they didn't go that route. Maybe they didn't want to put any losses on Tiffany so early like that, especially at Mania. So I'm surprised what's going to happen if Tiffany advances and Bianca and her match up. What's going to be the outcome? Because I'm thinking for the semifinals for the Queen of the Ring, we're going to get Nia Jax and Bianca. That's what I'm thinking. I can't see them having Jade and Bianca at the semifinals, but I think we're going to get Nia Jax and Bianca at the semifinals. Who and then we got to figure out the finals. I'll get back to the finals for King and Queen of the Ring. But Bianca advances. Like I said, another solid match. We had the Bloodline segment in the background and in the backstage area, locker room. And man, I say, like been saying, like Paul Heyman just does a amazing job of just telling the story. It was his words, with his mannerisms, with his looks, you know, just the way he acts is great. Like he's carrying to not have a dominant like superstar like Roman Reigns here in the Bloodline storyline. Paul Heyman is become that piece, and he's able to tell the story. He's able to get people that might not be that great with promos, like Solo, or I haven't really heard even Tama or Tolo even speak yet, ever. So I don't know what their skills are like. But we got Paul Heyman, and these dudes are just silent. One dude silent and deadly, one dude silent and crazy and deadly back there. And you got also Solo, who's just silent and deadly. But I can see that they're trying to groom Solo into a more prominent role and actually add some depth to his character. He's speaking a little bit. And I didn't think it was that bad back, you know, that promo that they had, that segment that they had. So that was cool. I like that they're trying to like build up Solo, you know, so actually make him a solid character, actually a threatening, menacing character. And also this was the first time I got to see Tama wrestles like Solo. Oh, and then it was also like Solo clarified that he is the interim tribal chief while Roman Reigns is away. So Solo Chief is in effect right now. So they go out the ring, and like I said, like this is the first time I'm gonna get to see Tama Tonga in a single match in WWE, and he was going against Angelo Dawkins, and that was another good match. Like I think SmackDown had the better matches this week. They were solid. Wasn't too many like botches. It wasn't too slow. Like I was really digging the style that Tama Tonga had out there. Misses like speed and ferociousness out there. I like that. For him. Not too so on his finisher. Maybe he might have a different finisher, but I like what the Bloodline were doing out there. It was wreaking havoc out there. Montez Ford catching Samoan Spike, Angelo Dawkins losing the match and then catching another Samoan Spike. So that kind of leads me to believe that maybe we might get some more interaction between the Pride and the Bloodline just for the time being. I think that's good. Like there's nothing else fraction wise or group wise for the Bloodline to really do if Kevin Owens is actually hurt or on the shelf for the time being. Like Randy Orton got to go do his thing at King of the Ring or whatever. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna cross paths again. Other than two, I liked about the match with Tama Tonga was the backstory that I was able to kind of get. Whatever is made up or whatever, but they give us some story about Tama Tonga and Tama Loa has been around for a long time, and WWE never wanted to touch them because they were just such a high risk superstars. Like they were dangerous. They just behaved in a certain manner, which wasn't like the company since a public traded company. They added a story to it, which was cool. Adding to the allure of them just being so dangerous, so ruthless, so I like that. I hope they do more with that. Like I said, I think we possibly get it. We might not get that, but I think we are going to get that. I know the Street Profits got to get their lick back, so Montez Ford is going to take that lightly, being Samoan Spike, and neither is Angelo Dawkins. So I think we're going to get some more of that. And like I said, that's a good little feud for the time being, while they continue to try to build up more of the Bloodline and show them as being dominant again. We end the night with Randy Orton versus AJ Styles in another qualifying match for the King of the Ring tournament. Just like on the same tone the rest of the night, man, like another solid match. How could you really expect Randy Orton or AJ Styles to disappoint, especially when in the match between both of them? Two amazing superstars in the ring going at it, back and forth. I felt like maybe the match dragged on a little bit longer than I wanted to, but like I say, once again, it was still a real good match. I was surprised that there wasn't any interference between from the Bloodline, especially after Randy Orton had mentioned them early on in the backstage segment. So I thought we would have got something like that, and maybe they would have interfered and cost Randy Orton the match, but it didn't happen. Randy Orton hit the RKO. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton advances. I thought I was gonna, like I said, I was wondering or seeing if we was gonna get some more AJ Styles versus LA Knight again, and they're gonna run that back because I feel like I have LA Knight making it to the finals of the King of the Ring to go against Gunther. Who do you guys have? I guess going to the finals. Who's coming out of SmackDown to go to the finals of the King or Queen of the Ring, Queen and Queen of the Ring matches. And what was your particular favorite match of the night? If I have to go back and see, I might say that Corbin Hayes and that Baron Corbin and Carmelo Hayes match might have been my match of the night, just because I was so surprised by the match itself. That just shows I just need to watch more NXT. But yeah, I think that is my match tonight. Hayes versus Corbin. Um, Even though I also had enjoyed Angelo Dawkins versus Tama Tonga. Like that was another like pretty good match and surprisingly good match to me. So but I'm gonna stick with Baron Corbin versus Carmelo Hayes for matchup. I gotta see who is he matching up. Oh, he's going against Hayes is going against Randy Orton next week. And Tama Tonga is going against the winner of I think LA Knight and Santos Escobar. I think that's that matchup. So I could see LA Knight making it to the finals. I think next week we get that interference where the Bloodline interferes in Orton's match, and then Orton comes back to give interference in Tama Tonga's match. It might be like a possibly like count out or something like that. I can't see Tama Tonga taking a pinfall yet. I can't see any member of the Bloodline taking a pinfall yet. Most likely disqualification is what I'm gonna see for them for the next like month or so. Just to like, but they can't take no direct losses, in my opinion. But man, what did you guys think about this episode of Friday Night Smackdown? Did you guys enjoy it? How you guys enjoying? You guys been pleased with the King and Queen of the Ring matches so far? So this week they advertised the matches that didn't make it for next Friday. They didn't do the same with Raw. I think Raw, the matches that weren't on Raw are supposed to be done at a live event this weekend or whatever, which is weird. Because we still got time to the actual PLE. I think it's the 25th, but we'll see. What else I got for you guys? I don't have enough for you until after Monday, man. After Monday Night Raw, and I do another What If. Get ready for that, man. It's a hardcore triple threat match between three wild and crazy superstars. It's gonna be dope as always. Let me know how you guys are enjoying those. Until next time, what else I got? I ain't got nothing else. Nothing else for you guys right now. Are you guys going to SummerSlam? Tickets. People are talking about how expensive the tickets are. I looked at some of the tickets. Maybe it's me, because I don't remember what tickets prices were last year for SummerSlam. Some of the ringside seats do seem a little. I don't want to say a little. They do seem expensive. Especially in comparison to WrestleMania, because WrestleMania is a way bigger event than SummerSlam. Even though they say SummerSlam is the biggest part of the year, or the WrestleMania of the summer, or whatever the case may be, do seem expensive. But I'm ready to start saving for WrestleMania next year. That's what I'm looking forward to do, just so I can be in Vegas longer, do more of the things that I didn't get to do this past WrestleMania. Like, I know I want to go to Wale Mania. I know I want to go to the Raw after Mania, possibly SmackDown. I might try to go to, I might have 4 days of wrestling: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I gotta save for that. I had to sell like a kidney or some blood or sperm or whatever to get the money up. But yeah, man, until next time, adios. Peace. Take it easy.